response to the AIDS epidemic by President Bush was one of the most significant things, I think, in his whole administration. And he set the ball rolling. I remember the days when having AIDS was a death sentence. And everybody said there's no hope, nothing we could do. And then the ARTs came online, and it was a question of whether or not we were going to make it available to the whole world. And the president, in his efforts, really made this a bipartisan effort. And we've had great successes. I was up at the United Nations, and I've been all over the place seeing what we now can do that we could not do 20 years ago. It is possible for us to create a generation clean of AIDS because of our ability to deal with mother-to-child transmission. There should not be any woman that delivers a child that does not have treatment at the time of delivery to prevent the transmission to kids. We ought to end AIDS orphans, and kids with AIDS should not be something that we have in the world, and it's possible to do. Now, one of the things about the AIDS epidemic is that there was a time when nobody wanted to talk about it because only they had it. And I ain't one of them, so I don't have it. Well, it's turned out that all of us can have it. And the fact is, it is a universal epidemic. And now that we have ART, people are saying, well, I don't have to worry about it anymore because I'll just get treated. Well, there is a tremendous need for us to clean up not only the treatment aspects of it, but the educational aspects of it, because every year there's a new crop of kids that become sexually active. Depending on whether you want to say it's at 8 or 10 or 12 or 15 or 17, I don't care what date you pick, there's a new group every year who do not know what's out there. And they have to be educated or this epidemic will continue to move. And finally, what Barbara says is the epidemic in this country has largely been put off into minority communities and drug users and a lot of other things, and therefore it sort of drops off the radar screen. It should not. There are human beings in this society that should be treated with the same dignity and the same effective medical treatment that everybody else has in this society. So this is really a call to action for, in a time of budget crunch, believe me, there'll be people looking at the AIDS budget and saying, why are we putting money into that? We need you more than ever to talk in the community, to your congressmen, to your religious leaders, to everyone about the need to keep up the pressure that George Bush started. It would be a real tragedy if what PEPFAR got rolling suddenly tailed off into nothing. That would be a real tragedy for the AIDS patients in the world. So we're counting on you. We'll do our part to stir up and get people together, but we need you to go out and do the legwork in the community because we can't do it without you. The One Campaign and others have had tremendous impacts over the course of time in Congress in making it possible for us to have a bipartisan effort. We've got to keep it there. Thank you.